Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order and go committee of the whole. We have two items. The first item is approval of minutes of the May 18th afternoon session.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor will say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Old or new business? Pinky.
I just wanted to report out that last week I went to Washington, D.C. to participate in the Department of Energy's Better Building Summit and talk about the Georgetown University Energy Prize. And listening to all the other cities, I got to say I'm pretty excited about where Bellingham's at. I think we're in great shape, and I'm pretty excited about our prospect of winning this competition.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Roxanne?
Well, I just want to say this evening I'm going to share a really nice story in appreciation of the Opportunity Council, but I'll save that for tonight.
Okay, Michael.
At least a year ago, I think it was, maybe more like a year and a half, I brought up the idea of the issue of how we define boarding houses in our regulations. I'm working on that again. I'll probably try to talk with our planning director about that. Maybe under new business in 2 weeks or a month, I'll bring forward something I'd like to ask that we refer to committee. So that's just some heads up on that.
Okay. Okay, Terry.
Yeah, I just want to mention Michael and I both attended a really good meeting on quiet zones. That was standing room, setting room only. I mean, couldn't get any more, packed outside. So it was a really big turnout and very informative. I can't remember what agency the woman was from, which was. Yes, she was with Federal Railroad Association or whatever. Came up from Vancouver to talk about requirements for quiet zones, and it was a very good meeting. It was, and the attendance was amazing when considering it came up very on quick notice.
Dean?
Yes.
Can I add to that, because I attended the meeting also? I want to also commend Ted Carlson for his remarks there in explaining where the city is and how the city is moving forward. I felt like the woman that was there from the FRA was extremely blunt, which was a good thing, because she was able to just answer questions. And I mean, if the answer was no, she could say it, and there was no kind of mincing around, which I think was good for people to know. We also had an offer from the neighbors to pay for it. So Terry and I raised our hand.
Oh, yeah.
Said, sure, we'll do that. So anyway, it was a good meeting. Gene Shannon and Jeff Midoff had asked for some kind of a public meeting, and we had talked about maybe doing it at council, because I do think the public doesn't really understand exactly what's involved in getting an official quiet zone, and the cost, and then the priorities that we have already on our transportation list, and the money that that maybe would be available. So anyway, it was a good meeting.
Michael.
I think Mayor Kelly raises a really good point. We're going to talk about that maybe a little tonight with the tip. Safety zones may be a great idea, but in the broader picture, it's one of 20 different, transportation funding needs and they'll need to be balanced.
Okay, Jack.
Just speaking about quiet zones for a little bit, I'm very supportive of quiet zone parts of it, but I'm also looking at the other quiet zone that that we do have an opportunity, I think, to have maybe a little bit more say on, and that's the airport, and how much the airport impacts on, especially the northern neighborhoods. We've had an opportunity to try and work with the port, but they don't seem to be very interested in changing the perimeter of what the decibel levels are. Currently there's a decibel level that has a perimeter around the runway, and if we expand that out, we can go and create a better buffer to help notify people that are possibly buying property, that on their title that they would have certain requirements to say you're living in an airport zone. Be careful about that. At a minimum. But the other thing too is working with the port, working with the FAA from the city's perspective to try and get quieter, quieter types of airlines or aircraft that use the airport, and particularly to try and be a little bit more stringent about the helicopter uses that are going all over the community, and particularly in some neighborhoods, they're getting very, very affected by helicopter noise that is only going up a couple hundred feet above their homes.
Anything else? Okay, I'm going to mention the retreat real quickly. We've kind of reorganized it a little bit. We've made the department heads very happy. We're not going to have department head presentations at the retreat. No, we're going to have more of a council discussion. There's some items that have come up. One department will be there from Parks and James King, and then we've got, Marie's going to send out a revised list, but I think it'll be constructive. And Mayor.
And I appreciate that. One of the things that we've been trying to do, obviously, is schedule department heads to come and talk to you about updates as we're going along. So if there's going to be anything that you were waiting for the retreat to hear about, please let us know, and then we'll try to schedule those department head presentations sooner rather than later. So anytime during the year, if there's information updates that you want, the department heads are happy to come and let you know what's going on.
Okay, we'll now go into executive session. We have 2 items for executive session. Isn't that correct? No add-ons? Right. Potential litigation a potential litigation matter, approximately 10 minutes, and labor relations, approximately 10 minutes. We'll be back in session in 20 minutes, which will be 10 to 3. Meeting adjourned.